Hello, Kent State students. I hope that you are doing great right now. My name is Brittany Neish. I was a Kent State graduate myself from the School of Communication and Information Studies. I now am the Senior Global Social Media Strategist for two plumbing companies, Moen and the House of Roll, that fall under the Global Plumbing Group business outside of my 9-to-5. I am a small business owner of a training and development company called What You Do Matters. So there's a couple of things that I wanted to talk to you about today, and one is the power of communication. You know how important communication is, but coming from somebody that is out there working in a communication field, especially during these times of COVID-19, we need master communicators. We need all of you to come out here and help us create that content and those communications that are going to help us resonate and not be tone deaf with audiences right now. So know that what you're doing and what you're studying is so vitally important. There's been a couple of things in my role with what I do in my 9-to-5 as a social media manager that have massively been impacted with COVID-19. What we know is that people are flocking to media channels. Time spent consuming television content or streaming services like Netflix and Hulu are drastically increasing. The same is true for social media channels as well. So more people are engaging with social content more than they ever have. So for us, because we are in the plumbing vertical for my 9-to-5, we know that people, as they've been at home, have been focused on their home projects. So if you take a peek at our social media content, we've been providing people with the inspiration and also the education of how to install some of our products so that they can work on those projects while they're at home. And that's just an example of how communicators are slightly tweaking and adjusting their messaging for this time so that they're being relevant and they're resonating with all of the audiences right now, given the current climate. What I do in my business, What You Do Matters, the training and development company, I am highly focused on providing the most value that I possibly can. This means that I know as people are sitting at home, they're looking for ways to educate themselves. They're curious, they're focused on their learning and development, and that's exactly what I deliver at What You Do Matters. So I have been hyper-focused on developing the best online course content I possibly can. I would think about what you can do right now in this time to set yourself up for success. I would highly recommend that you focus on your personal branding. Now is the time where you can truly be introspective and start thinking about who is the you that you want to portray to the world? What are your values? What is the vision that you have for yourself? And this should be both personally and professionally. If you have a love for volunteering at a local animal shelter, if you are a voracious reader and you just love those fantasy novels, you shouldn't have to compartmentalize those things and not bring them to the table, because those are the things that make you uniquely you. So use this time to really brush up all of your personal branding. So whether that's updating your resume, starting to set up your LinkedIn profile if you haven't already done that already, that's a huge thing that you should be focused on professionally as you get ready to enter the workforce. But then also sitting back and saying, what is that 60-second elevator pitch of mine? If somebody were to ask me in an interview, tell me about yourself, what would you tell them? And what would be something that didn't feel like that canned, generic answer? What can you do to deliver a powerful punch of you? I also want to encourage you to use this time to find a mentor. LinkedIn is a perfect place to start. Reach out to a couple of people on the platform whose roles inspire you, or maybe it's in a field that you think that you're interested in digging into a little bit more. Ask for an informational interview and then come prepared. Do your homework. Make sure that you have looked up things about that person and have really curious-driven questions to ask them during your conversation, because that is how you're going to get the most out of it. Lastly, I just want to give you some hope. Right now, we just need more communicational professionals than ever to help us effectively speak in a way that is relevant, it resonates, and it's also empathetic to the world that we are currently living in. You are so set up for success, and I cannot wait to see all that you're going to